So just imagine a war where the humans are no longer the fastest decision makers on the battlefield. A war where the AI scans the satellites, they watch the drone footages, they chooses the targets and they recommends the weapons in just a matter of minutes. Not days, it doesn't take days, it doesn't need hours. It just take the decision in just few minutes. And the military analysts are now saying something very terrifying. That is, the traditional kill chain, the process of identifying and striking a target, is actually collapsing. And right now, in the escalating tensions between the US, the United States, and Iran, the world may be witnessing the first real AI-driven war in history. And if this trend continues, the AI-driven war trend continues, the future wars may be fought at the speed of algorithms, not from the human judgments. Let me show you exactly what is happening behind the scenes. Welcome you all to Little Slaw YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to Little Slaw YouTube channel for more information like this. So the first thing, for decades, the warfare followed a predictable process. Firstly, the intelligence agencies gathers the data, and then the analysts review it. The commanders makes the decisions, and then the weapons are deployed. Right? So this process could take days or even weeks, even it extended to months. But now you know what? The AI is collapsing the entire timeline. So systems like Palantir Maven Smart System, they are acting as a digital mission control centers for modern warfare. And this platform collects information from satellites, the surveillance drones, the signals intelligence, even from the battlefield sensors. And then they process it. They process millions of data points in just a fraction of seconds. So during the early stages of the operation, they reportedly called as Operation Epic Fury, where the AI systems generated over 1,000 prioritized targets in first 24 hours. And think about that for a moment. A human intelligence team that might take weeks to identify that many targets, and just imagine people might be even moved away from that target, right? And AI did all of these in just a single day. So let's see what are the AI brains that are behind this battlefield. But the target identification, whatever that we have seen, is just only one piece of the puzzle. It's not just ended with that. Another AI system that reportedly integrated into this battlefield intelligence stack is Claude, which is developed by Anthropic. And what is its role? So the role of Claude Anthropic is to synthesize the massive amounts of intelligent data. And using the intelligence data, it can summarize the drone footage, it interprets the satellite imagery, it analyzes the battlefield patterns, and they recommend which weapon system is most effective. So in other words, AI is not just analyzing the information anymore. It is advising the military decisions. Yes, it has went to the next level, sadly. So meanwhile, Israel has deployed its own AI targeting platforms like Habsora. Sometimes it is referred to as the gospel. So this system, that is the system from Iran, it identified that it's building and infrastructure targets for potential airstrikes. So they are able to identify it. But they have another system called Lavender, which focuses on identifying individual personnel at massive scale. So these systems can process intelligence faster than any human team could do. But then that speed through the AI changes everything. Now we'll see what is going to be in this era of autonomous weapons. So now combining those AI systems with these autonomous weapons, the US, the United States, has reportedly deployed platform like LUCAS. When I say LUCAS, it's like Loitering Munition System. So these are sometimes described as loitering munitions. But in very simple terms, let me tell you, they are the AI-assisted suicide drones. And again, they can break the system. Again, they can fly long distances, they search for targets autonomously, they identify radar systems or armored vehicles, they attack without continuous human control. And when they are deployed in swamps, dozens or even hundreds of these drones can coordinate together. And this is not science fiction, like the one that we see in movies. This is an algorithmic warfare. And just imagine, we have used algorithms for programming and now they are used in warfare. So the most dangerous shift is how the programming part is now in the most dangerous war zone. So the biggest transformation is not just the automation, it's something that the analysts call as decision compression, right? Because AI processes the information so quickly. So when I say so quickly, it's like in fraction of seconds or even less than that. And again, the time between detecting a target and launching a strike is shrinking dramatically. And some experts describe it like this, that is, bombing faster than the speed of a human thought. And just imagine how dangerous it is. Nowhere I should say, no one supports the war, and I personally don't support war, but this speed allowed the US and its allies to reportedly dismantle large portion of enemy air defense networks within days. But this also raises a terrifying question. What if AI recommends a strike and commanders approve it in seconds? And you know what? Claude has an option where we have an auto approve. Just imagine how dangerous it is. And are humanly truly making the decision here? Or are they simply just doing a rubber stamping the algorithm? The human rights groups are already warning that algorithmic warfare could increase civilian casualties if oversight fails. And again, let me reiterate, there should be no war in the world. But now it is in an unstoppable manner. And again, what is Iran's strategy here? So Iran's technological capabilities are significantly limited due to their international sanctions. So while they have climbed the AI integration in missile systems since 2025, their strategy relies heavily on volume over sophistication instead of competing directly with the advanced AI systems. And again, what they use is they use the mass saturation tactics. That is, large numbers of Shahid drones and ballistic missiles are launched simultaneously to overwhelm the AI-driven air defenses. And that is essentially the quantity versus intelligence. And that's how Iran is able to give a tough back to the US. So the final message, the world may have just crossed a historical threshold. Yes, it's not a nuclear warfare. It's not a cyber warfare, which we have seen in the past, but this is AI warfare. So the question is no longer, can AI fight wars? The question is no longer valid. Now, the real question is, can humans still control them? Can humans still control the AI? Can humans still control the war? Because when decisions move faster than human thinking, the future of war may no longer belong to generals. It may belong to algorithms.